Hi everyone, today I want to rebuild my plaza to fit the new building Olaf's grand exhibition that came with the new Whispers of the Wind update. It is a non-optional building and it has to go in the main valley. It's an all-white stone building in a classical architectural style, matching all the original skins of the rest of the main buildings, like Scrooge's store and Daisy's boutique. I would say it especially looks similar to Scrooge's store. So back to the original skins it is. I kept all the buildings stacked on the back of the plaza. That's how I prefer it. I still have no idea what to do with Daisy's boutique. It looks so ugly from the back, so I just want to stick it in a corner and forget that it exists. At least Olaf's building looks way better. So I placed it on the opposite side, on the edge near the peaceful meadow. And to balance it out, I will have the player's house across the grand staircase, set as the palace house skin. It's not white, but it is matching the Dreamlight castle. This time around, I want to do my plaza in a light academia aesthetic. It's a lighter counterpart to the Dark Academia, and I already did the Dark Academia build in Glamour Gulch. I will leave the link in the description below if you want to check it out. Light Academia usually has white or neutral and gold color palette, focusing on the beauty of knowledge, literature, philosophy, and classic music. That will fit the look of our plaza since we already have most of the buildings in light colors, and especially Olaf's and Scrooge's buildings look just like library or university. I started with laying out the gold and opal road pathing to mark the main paths with two smaller plazas in front of the back row buildings. I want to leave the rest of the plaza as a green grass and set a few garden areas with cozy reading nooks. I will be using a lot of items from Storybook Vale since we had a collection of white stone furniture and architectural elements there. I made the two main garden areas on each side of the well. They will be symmetrical and each will have a reading nook made from the new crafting item, the Rainbow Rose Glass Breezeway, and Romance and Roses Archway from the Perfect Romance Star Path. I have not used these arches before and they are actually very beautiful with the red roses petal animation. In the rest of the space on the left of the plaza, I have the beast stall as part of the gardens, and to remember to collect flowers, because I kept running out of some more rare ones like bromelates. The crafting takes so much resources. By the way, the new crafting station update is the best thing ever. Now you can see how many of each item you have crafted and which ones you're missing. It's so convenient now to keep track of the rest of the items that are not in Scrooge's store. On the far right side of the plaza, I will have the elegant Edwardian greenhouse and the autumnal clock tower. That will perfectly set the mood for a light academia aesthetic, with all the books flying over it. I also made the fenced off smaller areas to the side of Olaf's building and the castle, to have some smaller decorated nooks and seating areas. I also added the new Blossom Tree Critter Home from the current Star Path. I love their stylized look and that they're not too big so they won't cast too many shadows. I am not planning to have any other trees in the plaza. I want it to look open and airy. I'm using garden stone path to mark some pathing in the garden areas. I will also be layering flowers and beach grass to create the lush, overgrown garden look. In some areas, I also want to use the bookish style from Storybook Vale. I want to use a lot of book decor and candles to decorate all the gardens and smaller nook areas. By the end, I wanted to feel and look like a university campus or a city of libraries, but a romanticized version, like in a fantasy book. We have a few book decor pieces in a game, but the best looking books are in the Storybook Vale. In the tree section, there are these small items with trees growing out of books. I'm using these items throughout the build, but the only downside is that they count as trees, so they will be spawning sticks all over the plaza. But they look absolutely magical and perfect for the Light Academia build, so I couldn't resist using them. At the end, I want to add a lot of floating candles over the garden areas and place some candles on the ground and display pillars. Because nothing says more Light Academia than abundance of candles and books. So enjoy the rest of the speed build and I will see you for the final walkthrough. And here is the finished plaza in a light academia aesthetic. I love how this turned out, and I love it the most in the bright daylight. Also, the sunset lighting looks really beautiful, although it looks more orange and yellow with all the lights and gold elements. I also finally have a designated beast stall area with the flower garden around it. It looks very official and presentable, I think. My favorite areas are these two symmetrical gardens in the center. They turned out so beautiful and romantic. They kind of look like a wedding venue with all these flower petals and candles. The rose petals flying off the arches are adding a lot to the romantic atmosphere. And watch out for a small Alice. She likes to check out books laying around here. The book items are honestly the best for attracting villagers. They will be standing near them for the longest periods of time. I also really like how this book stand area turned out. It looks like a great book of magic and perfect place for casting spells on a valley. On the other side of the Olaf's exhibition, I made an astronomy club setup. I was trying to add more suited decorations near Olaf's exhibition, something more closer to the museum or university theme. Olaf's building actually has a very beautiful exterior and interior design. And outside Remy's, I placed the Royal Blossom Gazebo from Once Upon a Dance bundle. It was looking perfect for this build, bringing more of that romantic atmosphere, and it also can be decorated inside. I hope you enjoyed this build and that it was helpful or inspiring in any way. Let me know where have you placed Olaf's exhibition building in your valley. We are getting more and more of these permanent buildings. We might need the main valley extension pretty soon, besides the floating islands. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.